This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Recording has started.
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever put in to protect Earth universe, bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that were both weapons and symbols of his station, who fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil, as Quasar. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Quantum Zone. I am Phil. Hopefully my voice holds out. Hopefully I don't have to go to the doctor. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I'm Will. Hey everyone.
All right, and Mar-Vell Age Superfan.
New Age Mar-Vell Age, or Old Age Mar-Vell Age, I guess. I'm new to Mar-Vell Age, but they're all old issues. I'm Matt, and I'm buying them up. They're in your 50-cent bin. I'm coming for you.
That sounds like some of that new math. All right. Like I was telling Matt, Will, no new emails this week. Soshin, where are you? And then Robert drops all that knowledge on our heads. No new emails.
He did. I'm following. He sent me a tweet. He's working on another email right now. So
okay.
There we
that's
go.
cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Bypassing the rest of us, going right to Will. I see how you are.
I followed him on Twitter, so he sent me a message. So.
Okay.
You gotta follow on the social media. We drop it at the end, so skip to the end if you want to get our Twitter handles. Then come back and listen to the beginning. All right.
Or just listen to it twice. That works too, right?
Put it on a loop. Go to sleep.
Or better yet, download it, listen to it, delete it, re-download it.
In the spirit of the 90s, dub it onto a cassette tape. Play it in your big yellow Walkman.
Oh, they're going to say, make a mixtape of our episodes. Send it to
That's right. And stand outside, holding it up in a giant boombox.
Yeah. That's a good way to recruit listeners. You get the whole neighborhood involved. They're emotionally invested. I mean, you get one of those quality 90-minute tapes. You can put a podcast on each side, you know. Some of them are a little bit under 45.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Somebody's going to do that, right?
Oh, hey, Christmas time. Maybe we'll make our own cassettes. You know, we're talking about making Quasar merchandise. No, let's do some Quantum Zone audio. Best of.
Nice.
Our Hulkaday special.
I like that.
All
yeah,
right.
do you want to update on that? Do you want to update on that before we get started?
Oh, yeah. We were talking about, since we want to start our journey in the mystery in January, or January in the mystery, we're going to, the last 3 weeks of December, we're going to do that Hulk and Captain America crossover, one of Quasar's first appearances. But, Will, I was looking at the list, I don't know about the last Hulk issue, but the last Cap issue, was that just like a cleanup issue?
I think so. Hang on a second. Let me check. I think I've got it around here somewhere. Let's see.
But you sat down and you did the math, Phil. You did the math to figure out how to make our January into mystery possible.
Yes.
While making a bonus pun with a Hulkaday special by adding the Hulk Cap crossover there. So you went and did yourself. It's just great.
The crossover was Will's idea, which issues. But yeah, I counted it up. I was like, we need 3. I'm like, we need like 3 weeks.
Yeah. And depending on when in January they air, it can be a Hulk Hanukkah. I don't know.
No, I figured it out. No, they'll hit the podcast at the end of December. No.
Okay,
first,
at the end of December.
First week of January on the podcast should be January in the mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's just cleanup. It's got Vamp and some of the just Quasar just makes an appearance in flashback. So yeah, I think we can avoid Cap 231.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll take a look and we'll let everybody listening know. Because like I said, it won't be till like the end of December. So
yeah, we can mention it the episode before. Or something.
We have time.
Yeah.
Tag it on.
All right, but tonight we're discussing Quasar issue 10.
Awesome.
Dr. Minerva and Captain Atlas, or as we say, Kree For All.
Kree For All.
Yeah.
I love a good pun. I wonder if somebody else on the team here maybe likes a good pun.
No. I don't know who you speak of.
I hope you guys like bad puns, because
Because we're flowing with them.
I'm not afraid to say a bad pun. I've got a lot of nerve. Minerva.
Oh, reaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there's going to be some big reaching later. Stay tuned. All right.
Okay.
Some of these jokes have a half-life. Speaking of, let's because once again, our regular crew: Grunwald, Manley, Landy, Morgan, Chiang, Becton, Mackie, and DeFalco.
All right.
And Melandi and Belandi did the cover, which is cool. We could talk about that a little, right? Yeah. The "A Farewell to Arms?" ? Exclamation point.
The first of many arm references you'll get on this show.
Yeah.
We're armed and dangerous.
Oh!
I was wondering who was going to say the first one. It was an arms race.
Yo!
Okay. You won it. You won it.
I gotta hand it to you guys. You really do.
Foreshadowing.
Forearm shadowing?
Forearm.
And the hits keep coming.
Keep your pun hand strong.
Yeah.
All right. So
the cover just jumped to Minerva with the blast in the bands. Quasar not looking happy about it. It also looks like she's also playing with a remote control truck with her left hand, with that little doohickey.
You know, the covers usually from every issue but the first issue, they pretty much illustrate, like one scene from the book. Number one is this, flying out it's the first issue. But I think that changes after number 12. I think once we hit 13, the covers start to be less a, representation of what's inside and gets more symbolic. Or, I guess it's hit and miss. I don't know if there's anything to that, but.
Ooh, we start with the symbolism in 2019.
That's right. We go crazy.
We're not so literal. But, alright, here's my question. I guess I'll get to it now since she's on the cover. Dr. Minerva, is that an alias? Because why is she wearing a mask?
She's an alien.
Yeah, no, she's on an alien planet. Who's she hiding her identity from?
And she's blue. Isn't she blue?
Yes.
So, why wear a mask?
And isn't Minerva her real name? So
yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's just the Kree way, Yeah. Captain Mar-Vell, did he wear?
Yeah.
He had a helmet on.
So does Atlas, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's weird. I hadn't considered that, but totally.
Unless it's just a fashion accessory. Just fashion. Takes a lot of Minerva.
I think what you're bringing up is just minutia, Dr. Minutia.
Yeah. All right, so the issue starts off dawn in New Mexico.
And no intro, no symbols of his station at the top. It just Stan Lee presents Quasar.
Yep, that's right.
When he's hunting down another alien, I guess another alien
on Earth.
Yeah, this one Half-Life.
Which she was in those, I think at the time, she had last shown up in West Coast Avengers when they were doing her and Graviton and...
Was it a Quantum, too?
Quantum was, yeah, same, yeah.
Buddy Quantum, yeah.
Yeah, so they're all kind of coming from that area. I guess Grunwald was the editor of those, so it kind of makes sense.
Oh, it was interesting. They kind of cross-promote, but since we're always talking about Grunwald, Lilith and I were talking to Fabian Nicieza last night, co-creator of Deadpool.
Name dropping.
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about his time writing the Nomad book, and he was saying, he's like, "Oh yeah, I love those." He was like, "I love that, those first issues of Captain America when Jack Monroe showed up," and he said he loved like what Grunwald did with him, and he was talking about Grunwald and stuff. So
cool. Is that when's that going to be live?
It'll hit the podcast. Next week. Well, if you're listening to this on the podcast, it's probably like 2 episodes before this. So.
Get back in that feed.
That's right.
So it'll be on the same feed as this. So
cool.
All right. But yeah, Half-Life was like, let me go, Earthman. Looking all Bride of Frankenstein or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of sticking her butt out at him. Girls just have that effect on old ways.
Are you saying she's like going for the sex appeal, or is it something else?
Maybe her butt's itchy. She's kind of go. Oh, it could be that. I mean, she's going for the cactus too.
And she says, "Let me go. Your life will be forfeit." He's like, "Sorry, Half-Life." Of course, again, he's reading those Avengers files. No one else seems to do that. You need to touch You need to touch a person, which is why I won't let you touch me with a 10-foot pole.
I mean, you got a lot of time to read Avengers files when you're not being asked to go out on missions with the Avengers.
That is so true. Or when you're sitting around Project Pegasus, not necessarily making it secure, I guess.
Yeah. Or you're on security office, sequestered away from your non-clients and your multiple employees that have nothing to do.
But anyway, Quasar I know he thinks he's so smart, but meanwhile Half-Life is able to like break through his quantum constructs. Again, someone else who can either, break through them or
Yeah.
So,
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
But then he catches her as she's like about to hit the ground.
Don't worry, ma'am. It's ma'am. He's always so polite. I mean, politeness goes a long way.
Well, I mean, she has those gray streaks in her hair. She's not exactly a young woman.
And I think that women of all ages don't like it when you call them ma'am.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah.
That must be a Southern thing, because, I'm here in Arkansas, so, yeah.
Yeah. When a little kid calls me sir, it kind of bugs me out. I said, please, I prefer ma'am.
So Quasar says, I can't use my band's neutralizer energy. She apparently manipulates the weak force and the decay of subatomic particles. Falls outside the electromagnetic spectrum. I could try interweaving other electromagnetic energy particles into my constructs, but probably just burn through them too. So, what is his solution? The container.
What an analysis!
I know.
What an analysis! Jeez.
Look at the big brain.
Well, what's his solution now?
Yeah.
Tongs. Get those boots. Take those boots off.
The tong song.
Yeah.
But yeah, he takes off her boots and ties her up with her own boots.
I guess it works.
Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot this time.
Because he even says, he's like, unless your outfit used to be more substantial, I don't think your powers eats through those. So.
Yeah.
See, this idea's got legs.
Oh!
He knows how to use them.
These boots are made for imprisonment.
That's right.
That's just what they'll do.
Oh! One of these days, Kona. She said, you'll pay for this indignity, and of course he's like, do you take credit cards?
Oh.
And where are you taking me? And of course, his favorite place, the vault.
The vault, yeah. And we get to see some guardsmen, which are pretty awesome.
Yep. Yeah. So I wonder, they didn't say, I wonder how long it took him to make it from New Mexico to, what is that, Colorado?
Oh, a half hour later. Oh, no, this was after.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah,
they don't say.
Well, the border's Colorado. They're one of the corners, right? That's one of the, I guess it depends where. Mm-hmm. Doesn't New Mexico, isn't that like one of the points in America where you can walk in four corners? Or?
Yeah, I think Four Corners is in all 4 states. But then it only takes him from Colorado back to New York. It only takes him a half hour.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it should take no time at all to go from New Mexico to Colorado,
Yeah. Well, does he make up some time going east? I don't know.
I don't know.
Dang, time zones. No, it's just a half hour later, whatever time it is.
But yeah, the guardsman says, you're getting to be one of our best customers. And he says, watch her, she's a hard one to hold. I'll fax you a statement later today.
Yeah.
Fax. Yeah, that's awesome.
So he's a customer, but he's also invoicing them? What's going on?
I don't know, maybe a statement, I don't know. But yeah, here, I'll fax you later today.
Like a...
The music of the modem.
Is he... Oh, wow. Is he sending them a quote for their newsletter? What kind of statement? I tied her up with her boots, and now she's a prisoner.
This was pre-email, kind of. Or at least pre-widespread use of email, so...
Yeah.
Fax is...
I'll add you to my news group.
Bulletin board. But, so, yeah, as Quasar flies east, there's two mysterious figures in shadow. There he goes, oblivious to us. Apparently Half-Life never revealed to him what she was out in the desert looking for.
Bum, bum, bum. Sorry.
Foreshadowing.
There we go.
But then, like we said, a half hour later at Fort Freedom's Plaza. Now Wendell has two people to make excuses to.
Exactly.
The K gang, Kayla and Ken.
Yeah.
So they're talking. What time does the boss usually stroll in? And then that's when he strolls in.
It's just perfect timing.
After we learn that Ken is not short for Kenneth, but Kenjiro.
Yes.
And he's acting a little sassy to Kayla, saying he can call her any old thing her heart desires. Sitting on the desk, getting real comfy, first day of work. Come on, man.
Hey girl, look at me. I can show up on time. So he says, was that Ken who says still no new client? Says, well, let's see about drumming some up, okay? I'll be in my office. Ken's like, does he always sequester himself away like that? Yep.
Now, can we look one panel above? See Kayla's bracelet?
Yes.
It's a little on her right hand, you know, looks a little quantum bandy.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe she's a fangirl.
Yeah. Well, Easter egg there.
He saved my life from that strange man who talked funny.
Yeah. So he goes sequester away in his head with his thoughts.
I love, he's just like, oh, should I just tell them I'm Quasar?
Yeah, this is just such a pain. Let's just do it already. Come on, let's just tell them.
And like we were saying, I wish I could ask some of the other Avengers, for advice, but on this matter. But they've been off on some sudden mission in space for over a week now.
That's right.
No editor's note. Find it on your own.
Well,
right.
we'll get to that next week.
Next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quantum Zone episode 28. It says, sure feel left out. Hope they're not trying to tell me something by taking off without me. I am their most cosmically hip member, for crying out loud.
I've said the same thing many times. He's their most cosmically hip member.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Yeah. I'm hip, for crying out loud.
I know the hip language the kids use these days.
That's right. I'm hip, I'm with it.
Jiminy Cricket, I am cool.
Oh wait, I got a drop. Alright, whatever. Alright, anyway. So then Wendell's like, oh, better let my mentor know what's going on. He says mentor. I don't know.
Doesn't he know what happens to mentors in all of the literature?
I guess not. So, he says, hello, Eon. Hello. I rounded up another illegal extraterrestrial. A humanoid type called herself Half-Life. That should leave only 3 or 4 left unaccounted for on land and 6 undersea. I'll go after one of the ocean dwellers tonight. Very well. So, man, I didn't realize there were that many aliens underwater.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Have you seen a deep sea fish? They're scary looking. You can't get cameras down there. Those are definitely aliens.
Under the sea. He says Eon's not in a very talkative. When is he in a talk? Well, when the dad's around.
When Dad's around, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when Eon becomes his tormentor.
Nice.
What that's thinking. Master of his craft here. He said, wish I'd got done tagging all the aliens on Earth already. Seems like every time I get to the bottom of the list, Eon locates a couple more. Sometimes I wonder if he's trying to find the threat from space. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going about trying to find the threat from space Eon believes will try to kill him. All wrong. Well, there's no sense in changing my course of action midstream. Later, in the ocean. Oh, good one. He said, I was going to wait till tonight, but I'm occupying myself climbing the walls with no work to do. Don't even have a free secretary to hit on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tidying himself over until the next project.
Oh, wow.
Keep your head above water, Wendell. Wish I had a better system for locating ETs than cruising their general vicinity and trying to pick up anomalous energy discharges. Not every ET routinely gives off weird energy. He says he can't believe that someone as omnipotent as Eon can't pinpoint junk like this any better. I've asked him about it, and his lame explanation is he's angry in this issue. Is that his mind is so attuned to the big picture, the whole cosmos, and its pattern of energy flow, that it's difficult for him to focus on something so small as a single individual. Ha!
Moody teenage Quasar. Come on.
Let's be it. Yeah.
Then he said he's wondering if Eon's exaggerating about this threat. Then he's like, better steer that line of thought. I begin to impugn the motives of the guy who appointed me protector of the universe, and then what? Then nothing does.
Doesn't want to find out he's living a lie.
And so after 6 hours of skimming the Atlantic, all over zip. What did I expect? 3/4 of the Earth's surface is water, and making sweeps of 100 miles apart. That's a lot of area to cover. Calling it a night. Why didn't he call it Namor?
Yes. Dude, hey, can you help me out?
I was reading your file. Come on.
Yeah, you're a fellow Avenger. You
Yeah.
know?
Not the friendliest one. You might not make friends with Namor your first year as an Avenger.
That's true.
But later in Connecticut, home at last, it's bedtime. He lays down that he's going to try to work up some energy to get into his bedtime routine, but falls asleep very, very quickly.
Falls asleep in his clothes with his fancy boots on.
And then what happens?
Dr. Minerva and Captain Atlas.
But I want to know what his bedtime ritual is. He says he's too tired to get a little rest. I don't know.
Don't even go there, Coda.
I want to see what he makes with those bands.
Secretaries, what do you think?
A big left hand? I don't know.
Ah!
Okay, I'll stop.
I think he meant brushing his teeth, but
Yeah. You brush your teeth left-handed, you get to those hard-to-reach parts of the gums. That's all I meant. It's a family show.
And Dr. Minerva is pretty judgmental. I mean, pathetically easy. I mean, come on.
pathetically simple. Well, I guess.
Pathetically simple.
I mean, it's like, shooting Wendell's in a barrel. So, he's not asleep. So just...
Now, the sound effect, it's funny because, she's trying to be quiet, he's asleep.
Shush. It's pretty awesome.
Is that like a Kree silencer?
Shush. It just loudly yells, shush.
My trank gun makes swoosh, shush.
Maybe she's a doctor of library science.
Good point.
Yeah.
Shush.
Takes one to know one, huh, Kona?
Yeah. I got shushed in many libraries.
And then she starts speaking all her Kree language. He's ours, Captain. And outside, Captain Atlas picks up Quasar. They take off. The The synaptic disruptor gun should keep him unconscious for an hour. More than sufficient time for us to get him aboard our star cruiser and get away from this breeding ground for meta-mutants.
That's what he thinks about Connecticut?
Nice.
Meta-mutant one percenters. Do I detect a trace of fear in your voice, Captain? You, one of the Mother World's most decorated soldiers? Then he says, the Earthers are dangerous, unstable lot. You of all people should know that working among them in secret for so long. Unstable emotionally and mutagenically. A dangerous combination. Give me a simple shape-shifting scrawl. Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's kind of insulting us, isn't it?
Yes. But she says, if it weren't for these unpredictably powerful Earthers, dear Captain, I would not have discovered a way to stimulate our own species' more abundant genetic potential, beginning with our own. And your revolutionary work with the Psych Magnetron.
Yeah.
Keep that name in mind in the next couple months, because that is going to come into play in our Captain Marvel special. We talk about Mar-Vell and Carol Danvers.
Mm-hmm. And you see that Dr. Minerva is, because she's a Kree, dressed almost exactly, one mask aside, as Captain Mar-Vell, you know?
Mm-hmm. She wants to be a celebrated scientist, but she keeps her identity a secret.
Yeah.
Just as the recovery of the fabled prototype for the Negabands will earn you a promotion.
I thought that was actually pretty cool that Grunwald slipped in that, yeah, the Negabands are these big deals, but guess what? They were just an imitation of the quantum bands. You know, he puts them in as this universally known, weapons or tools. I like them to think of them as tools and not weapons.
Well, yeah, the Negabands, I forget, did the Kree make those? Because
I think so.
I believe, didn't Eon say, like, was it in issue 2? Or it was either there or somewhere else. But he said, I believe, Mar-Vell was supposed to get the quantum bands, but Marvel Boy had them.
Yeah, exactly.
But soon aboard the ship. I said soon aboard the ship. They're securing him, and Atlas is like, secure him, I'm going to get out of orbit as quickly as possible.
He really doesn't like the Earth. So.
But as Minerva starts working on him, forget the secretary, she's like, quite pleasant looking for an Earther.
And she goes right for the headband. Chicks dig the headband.
That's right.
So, we're going to get some weird dreams here. They enter hyperdrive acceleration, and why is Quasar all yellow in that panel?
I don't know. I've always kind of wondered that. I don't know.
Unless it was
maybe it's a reaction. I don't know.
Or like her like a scanning device or something.
Yeah.
Do you really think those wristbands he wears are the legendary power bands of Rin? According to lore, they were last seen in this vicinity several millennia ago. Century 213, I believe it was, recovered it and put it in a weapons depot somewhere in the system.
Which gives us the backstory that we got about Marvel Boy and where that century was near Uranus.
Oh!
Gotta do it.
But my professor ranked the power bands right up there with the Soul Gems, the Skrullian Cube, and the Ultimate Nullifier. Ooh.
That comes into play later.
Yeah. Many of those things come into play later.
Yes. And speaking of coming into play later, we're about to get a big plot that keeps coming up. She squirts Quasar's arms down with lubricant. And it's
in her evening ritual.
He's gonna do it anyway. Anyway. And her machines attempt to take the bands off, and she's like, it's not moving, let me... Then, Palma, I cannot even get this depressor under it. It is as if the metal were bonded to his arm.
Yeah, literally, right?
Don't you read comics, Minerva? Yeah. Come on. You're from the future, don't you listen to our podcast?
Or from the past of the future? I don't remember.
The time stream is all amok. I'm still caught up on 30 minutes to New York from New Mexico.
Oh, please, you're caught up on Nighttime Ritual. But again, a plot that will keep coming up. Especially what of the would probably be our Summer of Collision. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would seem my only recourse is to sever the forearm above and below the power band, then scoop out the organic matter in between.
Gross.
And I really like Captain Atlas's response here. I need to go do something somewhere else, basically.
Someone's calling me from the bridge. I'll be right there! And she's like, my colleague, the professional soldier, would appear to be somewhat squeamish about bloodshed. Go figure. And she's thinking, well, Arthur, I hate to do this, but you leave me no choice. I haven't performed a procedure like this since middle school.
Wow.
She's like the Doogie Howser of Kree.
But then we see the beam, I guess, that's keeping him out, still blasting his head. But Wendell's dreaming, I guess. He dreams he's buried on a beach in sand. Kayla and Ken are burying him.
Which is really weird when you think about it, but that's okay.
Work-related dreams. It's a common thing.
Hey, he was so tired, he went to bed before his nighttime ritual. Now he's dreaming about a threesome. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Dreaming about Kayla in a bathing suit. You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, and it's a one-piece thong with the straps over, crisscross. It's a good bathing suit dream.
Ah! But that's when they run away, and Wendell says, wait for me, but he's like, hey, I can't get up. Then, feels like something stung my arm under the sand. It's a crab. But wait, no. No, it's not a crab. It's a crabby mentor. I'm Eon, and if you don't quit dreaming and act immediately, you're about to lose your left arm to a laser. That seems like the most direct response he's ever given, Quasar.
Exactly, yeah. Do something or you're going to lose your arm. Yeah.
Because usually it would be like, oh, there's a Kree scientist about to sever your arm with the most direct he's ever been. So he says, what can I do while unconscious? Anything, try anything. So, yeah, just fires the bands off in every direction. Wow, he's still out.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, see, Minerva should never put that target on her chest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
But then, on the bridge, Atlas gets an alarm. Something's happening. Something on the med deck. The Earther's power band spewing energy all about. I don't see Minerva on screen. Minerva, respond. But Wendell finally wakes up after one of his beams takes out the device. It's like, where am I? What in blazes is going on? How did I get here? Who did this to me? As he's freeing himself.
Yeah. Why do I have a burning rod on my chest?
Arm hurts like all get out. I can still make a fist, so I guess no vital tissue is damaged. Man, if Eon hadn't sent me a message in my dreams. I think I've heard that song before.
Yeah.
Eon in my dreams?
Eon in my dreams. It should be a song now, totally.
Well, Aerosmith had that song. Dream beyond, dream beyond.
I thought you were going to say loving and Kree Cruiser.
Yeah.
Living it up while you're losing it all. So that's when he sees Minerva on the floor. He says, okay, lady, spill it. Who are you? Where are we? And what are you trying to do to my arm? He's free. I have to stall. She says, don't hurt me. My name is Dr. Minerva. I'm a Kree scientist. Don't play coy. I'm too tired and too cranky to put up with it.
I'm just glad he didn't say unhand me, because she'd be like, that's what I was trying to do.
Hands off. I tried. Then he feels a weird sensation. She says, we just jumped into hyperspace, you fool. Release me at once or I swear you'll be stranded here for eternity.
Which she doesn't realize that that's not a threat.
No, he can quantum jump. Sorry, doctor.
Feeling sad, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Doctor, but
episode 2.
yeah. Is this another pun? Sorry, Doctor, but you're going to have to prescribe a greater threat than that to phase me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think making prescription puns is how he gets his rooks off. RX. Okay. More of a text pun. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
More of a tweet. Follow me on Twitter at MacHona. Don't skip ahead.
Oh, what are we gonna do with you? Meanwhile, you're going off on puns, and I am sorry. I was gonna make an ambient joke. Can't do it. So Quasar's checking out the ship to see who hit the hyperdrive. Wish I could get my bearings better, but when he gets sucker punched,
It's not how you find your bearings. Okay,
Yeah.
bushwhacked by someone with a powerful grip as he's hitting him with a quantum fist. Puts up a shield to deflect the laser
Hulk
beam.
hand. Yeah.
Now, Quasar hand.
Quasar. Yeah.
But he deflects that.
Hulk to Captain America from one panel to the next. It all ties into what we talked about at the beginning of the show. The Hulk with Captain Cross.
He's an Avenger, yeah. So he's just mimicking all the other Avengers, right?
What a fan.
Hey, that guy, well, he wanted a simple shape-shifting Kree. He got a little super Kree right there. You know?
But yeah, so Captain Atlas tries to blast him. He deflects the shot. No, don't shoot me here. You might breach the hull. So, just like on an airplane. I guess in hyperspace, you decompress also. Decompression. The Kree man being sucked out the hole.
Is it Hull or Hull? Pick a turn. No, they're both. It's a joke. They sound the same.
Holy hole. I mean, holy hall. So Quasar gives himself a lifeline, tries to see if he can see Atlas, but he can't. He's like, I'm not going to risk getting lost in hyperspace just to find a cosmic kidnapper. He seals the hull with quantum juice, goes back down the Minerva. She says, what happened? Your idiot pilot blew a hole in the hull and got sucked out with the air.
I guess he's a little cranky. You know, he called him an idiot pilot, you know?
Well,
Guy didn't even introduce himself to me at the beginning of the flight. What an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood, woman. I didn't get to do my nighttime ritual. She says, you can't have. I need him. Without him, all my years of work are in vain. Let me go. I have to rescue him. And he's like, hold on. You're not going anywhere until you tell me what this whole kidnapping thing was about. She's like, all right.
Classic villain. Fine, I'll explain my plot.
Exactly. And pay attention because this may come up in a month or so when Matt Conan and I talk about Captain Mar-Vell. Because she says, oh, all right. Years ago, I came to Earth for the express purpose of procreating with Captain Mar-Vell. When was that?
Editor's notes.
First seen in Captain Mar-Vell number, 18? Yes.
50 to 55. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, her procreation was 50 to 55.
Oh, 50 to 55, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, procreation.
But you have to be 18 to read about her procreation.
That's right.
That's right. But she says, you see, unlike you Earthers who are at an evolutionary crossroads, my people have been in an evolutionary dead end for millennia. Mar-Vell was different. Exposed to various mutagens throughout his life, his genes were unlike those of any other Kree man. Although a traitor to his race, only he had the potential to be its genetic savior. So more than any other Kree, he was packing a lot in his genes.
Oh, wow.
His Kree bias. His Kree bias?
But Quasar's digging it. He's like, this is fascinating. Mar-Vell was my predecessor as protector of the universe, yet I know so little about him. And of course, Minerva's like, my analysis of my own genotype revealed me to be the ideal mate for him. Unfortunately, he was not amenable to my plan, and in our ensuing encounter, my star cruiser was wrecked. Stranded here, I pursued my genetic research on your people while pondering how to make Mar-Vell see his duty to his race. Then I learned he died, and I was filled with despair. So what? Someone else kind of procreated with him after he died.
Yes-ish.
Which Will and I will get to in a few minutes when we talk Genus, son of Mar-Vell.
Ooh.
My despair was dispelled by the discovery of an experimental device left on Earth by the Kree, the Psych Magnetron.
There we go.
There we go. Now the editor's note.
There we go. It's first seen in Captain Mar-Vell 18. That's what.
A device capable of synthesizing certain mutagenic energies. Exposing myself to its radiation, I was transformed into a super being. My body's genetic potential was unlocked, fully realized. Now I could become the savior of a race that Mar-Vell refused to be. I signaled the Empire and they sent Captain Atlas to retrieve me. When he arrived, I took a liking to him and decided to share the Psych Magnetron process with him. He did not transform to the extent I did, but he's still my most eugenically ideal mate.
So he's her fallback plan.
Okay.
Her rebound Kree.
Yeah.
Kree
Bound. Yeah, I was going
Oh,
with it.
nice.
Matt beat me to it, though.
And he says, Quasar's like, story sounds plausible, but why were you trying to remove my hand? Oh, that. Just as we were about to leave your world, we saw broadcast images of you and your wrist weapons. Yeah.
Ooh, he's like, yeah, you've heard of me? That's rare. I like it. Yeah.
You've seen my work, eh? But, she said, Atlas noted your energy bands look like the legendary power bands of Rin. He thought that recovering them would greatly enhance popular support for my radical eugenics program. When AIM failed to procure them for us, we went after them ourselves.
That's right.
No editor's note, but we'll give it the end.
Yeah.
Last issue and last episode.
And AIM is Advanced Idea Mechanics.
That's
better.
right.
We got a little note down there, yeah.
So yes, Atlas and Minerva, remember, they were the two that AIM's bioscans detected as extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm.
They were the one that were walking around with all that cash.
Alien clientele. Oh, yeah.
Remember, see our last episode. Mo money, mo problems, mo damn. Quasar's like, how did you know where to find me? By homing in on the specific energy signature on the bands. How do you like that? Taste of your own medicine. That's everything, the whole truth. Now please release me. I must try to rescue Captain Atlas. And he says, it's been 10 minutes since he was whisked into space, unless you Kree can breathe in a vacuum. And she says, he has an air supply in his helmet. Now please. He's out in the void of hyperspace. How do you expect to? The Psych Magnetron gave me heightened powers of perception. I know I can home in on him now. For Palma's sake, let me go. So Quasar takes her to the hole. You're really going out there? Well, I'm not convinced you could find him and make it back to the ship. He says, I'll make you promise, pinky swear, if I go out there with me, you'll never set foot on Earth again. She says, very well, pinky swear. So they go. So, moments later, outside the ship, and he's like, am I nuts for helping out two members of an alien race known to be hostile toward Earth who personally just tried to do me in? I'm reasonably certain I don't need them to get out of hyperspace, but no matter where I popped up, I'm sure Eon could direct me home. Maybe I just don't want to leave her friend die knowing I might have done something to save him. Or maybe I'm doing this because I think it's what Captain Mar-Vell would have done. Don't know if Minerva would really be able to find him in this incomprehensible void, but at least this energy tether will prevent us from getting separated from the ship. Then he's asking Minerva which way to go. 45 degrees right, 45 degrees to the right. He said he's never tested how far he can make a tether. Is there a limit?
I don't know.
Because doesn't he get his energy from the quantum zone, and isn't that basically like limitless?
I think so. So as long as he could keep adding to at the end of it, I would say it'd be an infinite tether. I don't know.
As long as you want, girl.
And the further he goes out with the void, he's in the tether regions of space.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh. All right, but then I see something up ahead. Oh yeah, is it? Yes, it's Captain Atlas. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to see. He's a green outfit on a white background.
Yeah.
We found him. I think he sees us. He's still alive. Oh Lord, I've got to hand it to you, lady. Considering all the different directions He could have flown out of the ship. Your extrasensory powers are pretty phenomenal. He puts Atlas in another bubble. Easy, sir. The guy whose jaw you just tried to dislocate will have you back in your cozy little spacecraft with 2 shakes of a comet's tail. So he gets him back in the ship. Then he's like, here's the scoop. You two, these quantum bands were given to me, or give me more power than you know what to do with. You don't want to get me any angrier than you already have. Go back to your empire, mate. Set up a nursery. I don't care, but don't let me catch you in the vicinity of Earth again. Or during the which I ditched you both in hyperspace. Am I making myself understood? Yes.
Yeah, and then when she heard that, she's like, that's not the scoop I wanted. I wanted to scoop out the organic material between...
2 scoops. He says, okay, get out of hyperspace and hyperdrive and let me off. But he seems all mad, but then he's like, good, which I just have one last thing to say. I hope you two do manage to unlock your race's hidden potential. This universe has room enough for everyone to be great. He's like, yeesh, was that pretentious or what? Yep.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right.
G.I. Joe. Alright, but then, last page after a quick quantum jump back to Earth. Mr. Vaughn, you're here. We were getting worried. I called your house. Your father said he hadn't. And of course, no one ever believes you when you tell the truth.
Exactly.
I was kidnapped in my sleep by a couple of aliens just got back from hyperspace. Ken's like, since when did you become such a kidder? I gotta hand it to you. You're such a kidder. Oh, don't say hand. He says, I almost forgot. This woman came by looking for you yesterday. I forgot this happened already. A new client? No, she said she wanted to work here.
I forgot that he had set up HD this early.
I know, issue 10, yeah.
Yeah, and she doesn't show up until, what, 18, 19? 19, I think.
Is it? Was it in Journey? I don't know.
Maybe I don't remember. I'll have to look that up.
It's at least a couple months, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of seeds get planted in this episode.
Yeah.
Quit talking about Minerva and Atlas. Come on.
Hard nighttime rituals.
So he goes into his office. There he goes. There I go, acting abrupt and mysterious again. There's something I've got to talk to Eon about. He's like, I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry you had to haul my bacon out of the fire when the Kree had me. He says, it would not do for me to lose my protector. Who's protecting who? Well, yeah, I was wondering if there was a way to pre-program my quantum bands. Robert, programmable tools.
Yeah.
So that they'd automatically initiate some protection sequence the instant someone tampered with them. Eon says, it is possible. So later, they don't say how later, but he's staring out his office window. So why didn't he tell me I could do that when he gave me the job? I found it is best to let my champions discover certain things for themselves, he says. Man, what a slow learner I am. Good thing the threat to Eon is taking so long to rear its head. I need all the time I can to get my act together. What a bummer of an ending.
Yeah, always hard on himself.
Between that and no letters page, all we got was an ad for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which was a really good book at the time, yes.
Yeah, 30th century Guardians, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Will, I was telling Matt before we started, speaking of Guardians, like, I guess they're coming out with a new book for Guardians. I don't know when. I don't know if they're switching up some team members, but they have, like, this big spread of, like, all these cosmic characters, and they're like, oh, no. I don't know if that's going to be, like, a whole big team, or if it's like, kind of like, who's going to be on the team? But there's, like, all these people on this picture, including, like, Galactus and stuff. No Quasar. I'm like, where's Quasar?
Yeah, I've always been annoyed by that. I mean, they had the giant, they brought Starbrand onto the team a few years back instead of Quasar because they were doing all this stuff with super cosmic stuff. I mean, and I think it was Hickman was the writer. Hickman's a good writer, but, no Quasar.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing, but hey.
Yes. So what did we learn from this issue? Here we go.
Grunwald likes puns too.
No, now for a long time.
This was.
He learned a little bit about his predecessor and what's going on in that world, and that this is the first of many people coming for the bands from him. He's not just protecting the universe, but you gotta protect yourself too.
And he can program the bands to do certain stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this was kind of almost almost like just a connecting up the previous issue to the next issue, like what happened next kind of thing. Because it I guess it can stand on its own as a thing, but I mean, if you don't know, him going against this is kind of a direct continuation of him going against Modem because the Dr. Minerva and Atlas tried to get the band, the previous issue, and then next issue is Excalibur and Phoenix. Is that right?
When we get back to Quasar, but the next two episodes we're doing Avengers 317 and 318, and we'll explain to you where the Avengers went to avoid Quasar.
So he couldn't talk to him about secret identity stuff.
and we'll see him a little bit in it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know he's fought aliens before. He fought Quantum already. He fought Terminus, but he's encountered the Watcher. But like this was like his first real time out in space. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was. I don't know. I guess I just don't of the issues of the series. I don't necessarily rank. If you look at the first 12, I would put this as one of the weakest of the first 12.
Yeah. It seemed like he was more along for the ride. He was kind of moody. Yeah.
It's still good. It's Quasar. I mean, I like it, but
we got some info, but it's almost like Quasar was almost secondary.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it was. It was, yeah, I think so.
It was like a plot device to set up. Oh yeah, I can program the bands to do stuff.
Yeah, and that gets back. I mean, the cool part is that the bands can be programmed, so they are these really, really powerful tools, which is pretty awesome. So, but yeah, this is not one of my favorite stories of the first 12 issues. So
yeah, still good. It's Greenwald, but
yeah.
It's a good little one-off caper. It's a little spacey, a little Earth too.
Yeah,
got kind of a toe in both sections, I guess. Yeah.
And Greenwald still continued a lot of the subplots. Relationship between he and his father, he and Eon, himself. All his doubts about being able to do the things that everybody else knows he can do, but
Oh, that's the funny thing. Remember issue 7 when he's like his dad's like. Like, oh, Spider-Man, an alien? Tell me more. But meanwhile, 2 aliens come to the house. The dad's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
And just kind of the everyday, mundane searching for aliens, just working on that list that Eon gave him, looking for the ETs. And, looking through the ocean and seeing nothing. Back to the drawing board,
So, anything else?
I don't think so.
It's good to be back on Quasar.
Yes.
Just as we go back to the Avengers next week, right?
Well, only two issues of Avengers, 317, 318. Then we'll go back to 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the rest of the year, it'll be Avengers 319 through 325. Our big 3-week holiday special. Then it'll be January in the Mystery.
That's right. I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's... I want to reread those issues right now, so I probably will go do that. And, hey, October 23rd, I believe, right, Matt? Is that correct? When Quasar Cosmos in Collision comes out from Amazon?
Oh, yeah.
I think it is October 23rd, so...
So get your pre-orders in.
That's
right. Did you get a response to that email, Phil?
No, I was going to tell you that. No response.
Okay. Maybe we need to send them an old school letter with our address, but ask them not to print it.
We could get a no prize.
Yeah.
You get nothing.
Yeah. We're gonna give you a no advance copy of this
prize.
Yeah.
Help us out. Give us advanced copies of that Quasar trade to review and pass out and everything, and we'll send you a Mar-Vell Team Up 113.
Yeah. But you have to leave us a review. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so if you're listening to this and you're feel like reading Rainbow, if you're interested in the Kree, you go down to your local library, you might see Matt Kona there. But stay tuned the next couple months. Yeah, we're going to start doing specials on all the Captain Marvels. So.
Mm-hmm. And then ultimately next year at some point when we hit Operation Galactic Storm, I mean that's deep Kree.
Oh
deep
yeah.
Kree.
Yeah, because Atlas and Minerva are in that too, right?
Thrall War, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be big. All the Avengers books. I mean, Quasar, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Wonder Man.
Yeah. I mean, it goes into a landmark Captain America 400.
400, yeah.
Yep.
Now, Cap was doing a lot of split books then, so you still get the secondary stories, but it's a good one. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. You think it's good now? Wait till 2019, people.
Yeah. It's only getting better from here.
That's right. All right. Let's get out of here. If you see, this is why you should subscribe to YouTube, because we might be doing some behind the scenes stuff after we sign off. Podcast, you're not getting that. I'm cutting it off.
Actually, next issue of Quasar that we do in 3 weeks?
Yeah, after the two Avengers
will be
books. Yeah.
Quasar 11. I'm going to sling this over to Mar-Vell Age Matt Kona. Grunwald actually breaks down how he wrote Quasar 11 in an issue of Mar-Vell Age.
Ooh.
Hang on, and I can tell you which one.
Yeah, please do.
I've got to look it up.
Yeah.
He talks about how he approached the plot, how he did it, and why he made certain decisions. It's pretty interesting. I think I have it out on. I think I typed the text in and have it on the Quantum Zone. But give me just a sec here.
I was gonna say.
I found a site. I don't know if I sent it to you guys. I might have sent it to you, Phil. But there's a transcript of all the marks for marks. And, they weren't all in just Mar-Vell Age. There were some in Iron Man and some other random ones. But I haven't gone through them yet. But I did read in one of the copies that I picked up in my trip to Chris's Comics Salem, New Hampshire location, a explanation of Mark Grunwald explaining how he violated his own rule of keeping the new universe separate from the Marvel universe with the whole Star Brand thing. It's pretty cool.
This was from Mar-Vell Age number 90. 90.
Okay.
And I do have it. It's in the behind the scenes section on the Quantum Zone. It's called Marks for Marks.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you can't find it, we can always read it from there.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Really interesting. And guy, he did so much stuff in Mar-Vell Age. I've been really kind of thinking that it would be cool to just track all those issues down myself too. So
they're a lot of fun. It's like reading an old TV guide, but for comics.
I might have to go online for this, because I was looking in one or two of my local stores. I didn't see any issues of Mar-Vell Age.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying them. I feel like that could be another spin-off podcast, just talking about those. Because it lists all the books coming out. You could talk about if you would buy those. And,
yeah.
I thought you meant the Marks for Marks. I was saying we're gonna have like a Life of Grunwald podcast.
Yeah.
I would do it, man. Just talk about Captain America and Quasar Grunwald. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Absolutely.
We could call it Grunworld.
All right.
But cool. Yeah, I got some homework. Thank you.
And yeah, you did. I believe you did send me that link. I didn't put it up yet. Maybe I'll put it in the show notes for this episode. So
cool. Sure. Yeah.
So if anyone's listening to this on the podcast and you're curious, check the show notes.
Yeah,
which you should every episode anyway.
Yeah, you put a lot of work. It's good stuff.
I mean, it tells you how to follow us on Twitter, which I guess I have to go follow. I guess I have to go follow Robert because
you should. I mean, you read his Twitter handle in the first letter, right?
Yeah, I thought I did, but I'll go double check. All right,
let's wrap up. First, you promote that podcast you're doing.
Yes.
I'm recording it on Saturday. I'm not sure when it's going up. So, but it's Into the Night. It's a Moon Knight podcast. I'm recording with Ray, who lives in Australia, so we had to figure out the time differences.
Nice.
So it's into the morning, U.S.
No, it's into the night here, but it'll be into the morning for him. It'll be like 9 p.m. here. I think it's going to be like Sunday morning for him or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so sometime in the next couple months, check. Well, you should check out Into the Night all the time, but I'll announce it when it goes up, and I'll.
All right,
awesome.
cool.
It's a special where we're gonna discuss. He does this thing every so often where he asks people, well, like, if you could only take like 4 comics to a desert island with you.
Cool.
So I picked a bunch from like early on from when I first started reading. One of them, a Mark Grunwald issue.
Awesome.
See, I would pick all annuals because you might need some kindling. You know.
Well, with the
More
oh no, I was gonna say with the exception of one, but no, I believe they're all oversized anyway. So.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, except 3 of the 4 ended as 0, so yeah.
Yeah.
2 DCs, 2 Marvels. Like I said, one is a Grunwald. So
Cool.
Cool.
all right, everyone, send us your thoughts. Like we said, next episode, Avengers 317. Send us your thoughts at a time. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/QuantumZonePod, @QuantumZonePod, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Will, master of the Quantum Zone.
Find me at the Quantum Zone, at Wallred, WALLRED on Twitter, Facebook, and diaryofnight.com is my self-published comic. So that's where I am.
And Marvel Boy Age, Marvel Age Boy.
I'm a Marvel Age boy. Well, usually I have very little to promote, but I have something. I got a little spin-off.
Ooh.
Right now it's just a YouTube show. We're trying it out. My wife Yael and I are gonna try to watch a horror movie for every day in October and do a little breakdown review, our thoughts on it immediately afterwards. So that'll be on my YouTube channel. You can search Matt Kona, MATTKONA, and we'll see what we can do. We did the first one last night as a little pilot, and it was totally not a horror movie. So Amazon has got some explaining to do in their descriptions. So we're trying to do it on anything that's on Amazon or Netflix. So if anybody wanted to watch the movie before they heard our thoughts from it, it's easily accessible. We're not doing super obscure VHS, but you know.
I'm gonna check that out. That sounds awesome.
Cool.
But did Matt almost forget how to pronounce his wife's name?
No.
So he was like, my wife, yeah.
Her name is Yael, but I just call her Yale. You know, I don't really call her by her name that often. I say, dear or ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
She loves that. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the Quantum Zone. Come back next time. You hear?
Yeah.
Like I said, again, Avengers 317 next week. And once again, Spider-Man keep coming up on this podcast.
Yeah. And we hope all the listeners unlock their race's future potential. Sounded bad.
Hopefully you find the procreation you seek. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming on the podcast. Stay tuned and check out Matt Kona's YouTube. You'd see him watch a movie and be subservient to his wife.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Quantum Zoners. Remember, procreate and keep quantum.